welcome back to the Dave DY Show. Greetings all. Quick topic on the current status of your New Year's resolution. It is now approximately halfway through the first month of 2019. Yeah! Many of us don't make a resolution or resolutions. Many of us do. If you have, spend a minute and recollect what was it. If you have to recollect as to what it was, are you pursuing it? Is it something you do daily? Is it something you do weekly? Is it a long-term goal for the month, for half the year, for the year? Have you integrated it into your schedule, into your lifestyle? Have you tied it into a regular period of your day, your evening? Have you associated it with a specific group of friends, family, relatives? Have you tied it to a basic plan, project plan with milestones and tasks that you can then gauge how you pursue this resolution, these goals, these milestones, these tasks, and in what type of manner? Timely, untimely, integrated with other activities, with hyper focus, super aggressiveness? Was it related to the gym, your physical, mental, social, emotional health and welfare? Your mind, your body, your social media, your friends, your family, your wife, your husband, your children, your pets, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever? Was it tied to weight loss? Was it tied to self-image? Was it tied to a physical fitness goal? Run half a marathon, run a marathon, swim a mile, learn how to surf. Oh, that should have been my resolution. I got down here and I wanted to surf. And man, I think I've said it about a dozen times before, surfing is fucking hard. One day I'm gonna figure that out, but I think it takes lessons. Like anything else, you have to have a foundation, a sturdy foundation from an expert. A person that understands your body style, your body type, your age, your athletic ability. And if you've ever seen surf lessons, they sit you on the beach on the board and they spend half an hour with you laying on the board, understanding your position, and then probably the most critical feature that they teach you, which is, this is the things they teach you in the half an hour, 2 hours before you ever go out, right? How to pop up. So you have to go from a prone position, laying on the board, maybe with your forearms or your hands there, and then to a popped position. You can't slowly stand. You have to slide your legs immediately under you to a squat and then assume a balanced position in that squat. And it's difficult, especially for a 49-year-old, almost 50. But then even worse for me is reading the waves in the water. And down here, we're not wavy. We're not Southern California, right? So the waves are tough and they break quickly at Juneau or at Jupiter Beach or at the inlet. They don't roll like in California or Hawaii or the South Pacific or whatever. So surfing is hard. Woo! But one day I'm going to take that up. Not this year's resolution. One day. And now's the time. It's winter. The waves. Has your resolution been about work, a job, money, finances, saving, buying a house, purchasing a car, some kind of asset? Resolutions can be anything. And for some reason we associate it with the new year because it's a fresh start. It's almost a reset. But they can be as small as a goal that you want to pursue for the now, or they can be a lifestyle or a cultural or an integrated, change to your life. So they're pretty huge, many of them. And oftentimes they're not really attainable. But did you make one? Did you make some? Are you continuing to pursue those? How did they start out well or badly? Are they picking up speed? Are they picking up traction? Are they getting momentum? Do you continue to have a positive outlook or view on them? Is it something very deep and personal, like your own money or your own physical attributes, your self-worth, your own mental, moral, ethical views on your, self? Because ultimately, that's where most of these things have to start. I've always said this. If you're unhappy with yourself, you'll never be happy in the world. You'll never be happy with other people. And a lot of people are. They're unhappy with themselves. They've sacrificed themselves for something else, for a family, for a partner, for a pet, for a job, for a career, for success, for whatever, for stardom, anything. You always have to tie yourself into your welfare first. And unfortunately, many, many people, they disregard that. And as I've said in the past, when you tie in drinking and drugging and addiction and impairment, all bets are off. And so many of us in society nowadays pursue those on a casual, as a social drunk or a social drug addict or a social smoker, or on an aggressive path where we have growing addictions. Drinking, drugging, popping pills, smoking, gambling, sex, all of those things. And when you're in the throes of some of those, you'll never make good decisions. Ever, ever, ever. You have to become sober, and then after that sobriety, you have to address the components that drove you to those addictions. And if you don't address those issues, those gaps, those shortcomings, those whatever, abuses, disappointments, diseases, physical, mental, if you don't address any of those, you'll be right back where you were. You're never going to have growth, health, welfare, expansion. And it's unfortunate. And it's a really easy recipe. It's so fucking hard to do for all of us. And it comes down to differing levels of mental fortitude. That's what it comes down to. The ability of your mind to manage your world in a very, very aggressive, scheduled, strong, clarity of thought manner. And that doesn't mean you don't have problems and you don't have issues and wishes and wants, depression, unhappiness, desires. It means you manage them. They don't just build up, confuse, create chaos, and you live through that. You manage them. You address them. You fix them piece by piece, step by step. And it's really fucking hard. Especially for a lot of people who don't have life skills because they weren't raised by a parent, or they were raised by a single parent, or they were raised by an institution, a school, or daycare, or a relative, or somebody that really wasn't there. And love alone does not fix that. You can't just love somebody and then they're healthy. You've got to provide all the instruction of what being a functioning, able, successful, human adult being is. Successful being, objective, subjective. What's success mean? Happy, healthy, creative, producing, loving, all those things. And those all have different meanings when you look at, culture and location and all that. Your physical, mental attributes. So, quick and dirty. Where are you with your resolutions? Where are you with your current lifestyle? Have you started some changes? Are they picking up momentum? Are you happy with them? Are you going to continue them? Me, I think, and again, it's so cheesy because you can't think, you got to do. What Yoda say? There is no, think. Do or do not, right? Fucking Yoda, little bitch. I'd smack that 9,000-year-old, whatever, 900-year-old little reptile-eared thing. What? Do or do not. There is no try. I'll try. Oop. Dude, that's so brutal and yet so true. I intend February through March, and I don't think that's a straight 8 weeks, because right now I'm at about 257 pounds. 257 pounds. I fluctuate. 252, 257, 260. But I feel great. Powerful. I feel strong. Oh, do I ever. Every week I'm having strength gains. Minor, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever. 4 plate squats, 3 plate bench. I don't do the deads. My back, I hurt my back a long time ago. It hurts a little, but nothing crazy. Dude, I've seen so many people doing deads and they're arching their back and what you would classify as professionals or heavy, oh boy. Bad form in any type of weight training will kill you. For anyone out there who's looking at weight training, start small, go online, find an accredited channel, and listen to Athlean X, that Jeff Cavagliari guy. There's a million of them. There's a million shit ones. Or a pro bodybuilder like Jay Cutler or Phil Heath or any of these guys. They don't even use heavy weights anymore. And when I say heavy weights, a Ronnie Coleman or a Branch Warren or Johnny, what's his name? The giant black dude that trained with Warren. Or any of those guys. Even, the legacy, Sean Ray and our boy from Maryland. Or any of those mass monsters, Dorian Yates. Those guys use heavy weights. These guys nowadays, they do machines that hit targeted muscle groups explicitly, and they tax the muscle through that range of motion with these machines. And you've seen them all in the gym, all your hammer machines and all that stuff. They're developed by scientists to target a specific muscle in any way, shape, or form to failure. And that's what these guys do. And when you add the mix of illegal drugs, steroids, illegal drugs, so stupid. Fucking, we're all conditioned to say that. Steroids, when you add the mix of performance-enhancing drugs and growth drugs, hormonal-based, non-hormonal-based drugs, into that factor, those guys get huge. And they don't lift heavy weights. I don't think Phil Heath has ever done a deadlift, and I think he's admitted it. The monster. So you can grow huge doesn't mean you're healthy, doesn't mean you're strong. It means that you have muscle hypertrophy and you've done it correctly. You've body built. Doesn't mean that you're my boy Larry Wheels, who's going to break every fucking strength record in the book. Guaranteed. He's 23 or 24 now. If you're not watching Larry Wheels' channel and you're into strength conditioning and bodybuilding, what are you doing? He trains with like that mountain off of Game of Thrones. He trains with everyone. He's huge, but he's lean. So everyone's astounded that this guy's carrying about 270, 280 pounds of lean muscle mass. He's shredded. He's not totally ripped and shredded. He's just ripped. He's still got body fat on him, but it's 5, 6, 8%. And he's huge and lean and powerful. And he's taking every drug under the fucking kitchen sink, including the kitchen sink. He said it. So he's going to break every record. But drugs do that for you. When you have exemplary training, and I'll tell you what, don't watch Larry Wheels. I don't like a lot of his technique. He does the stuff right, but he's fast. He pulls like 5. I watched him do 5 plates for 20 reps on an incline bench, or maybe a flat bench. 5 plates for 20 reps. What? 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. That's 495 pounds. 20 times on a flat bench. What? Dude, that's Tom Platz-like doing 23 or 24 5-plate squats with his legs. But if you look at the quadricep and you look at the hamstring and the calf and the glute and you look at your chest muscle, they're not really comparable in size and power. Legs and ass are way stronger lifting. So when Tom Platz does 5 fucking plates for 23 or 24, you're like, that's pretty sick. But still, it's his legs. This dude did 20 reps with 5 plates for flat bench. Get the fuck out of here. Good form. Don't watch him, watch other guys. It's stress form. And then slowly increase your weights. And if you take illegal drugs, slowly increase the drugs that you use. Illegal, non-illegal, whatever. I don't care. If you take steroids, if you take performance-enhancing drugs, go to your doctor, understand what they're doing, have them watch you as you cycle, understand all of the facts about it, understand all the effects of it, grow slowly, be strong, be smart. But yeah, my intention, February and March, because I'm at 257 now and I'm pretty strong and I'm doing well, I need to drop down to 205. I looked online, my 23andMe said I'm a fat fuck, I should be 205 pounds, even though I carry a gene that has the ability to carry extra weight. No, a lot of extra weight. So I've got to drop all this and all this and all this and all this. Yeah, and I don't have problems dropping weight. It's hard. Dude, dropping weight's brutal for anyone. If you don't fucking understand that. If you think, people that say, oh yeah, I lose weight easy, you're full of shit. Unless you're a genetic stick and that's your makeup, which then they tell you, gaining weight's hard for me. Because that's your genes. People that have to lose weight, any person that has to lose weight, you have to cut back on your intake, you have to heighten your output so that your body is utilizing and burning more calories than what it's ingesting. And you can do that in a million different ways, dude. Starvation being the worst. But your body's a smart machine. It'll eat muscle. It'll store fat. And it'll atrophy. Like those fuckers in space that don't have any muscle taxation because of zero gravity, right? All the studies that have occurred. And it's tough to learn your body to do it the right way, where you maximize muscle mass and you maximize fat burning during this process. And carrying your body the way that bodybuilders look on stage, the way that these people in Hollywood look, especially that shredded, peeled look, it's not healthy. You can do that for a period of time. Your body doesn't work that way. It's never meant to be that way unless that's the way you are genetically and normally. And some people are, very few. Most people carry a percentage of body fat, and that's healthy. When you tax that and you cut that in your body, it's a stressor. Just like you look great because somebody around this fucking planet and in Hollywood and in the media magazines, they all said, look how beautiful, you look like Adonis. But you don't need that shredded look where you're veiny and you look like you're peeled and your skin barely sits over your intestines, your muscle groups, your veins, your arteries, your tendons, right? Dude, like that, whatever it was, plastomy, that when the guy took all the cadavers and plastified them, injected them, the German medical doctor injected them with plastic so you had bodies in motion. But they're all dead people! Yeah, we're not meant to be that way normally. It's cool to see you don't have to be that way. You can be fit, you can be thin, and you can look great without carrying big muscle or big fat masses. And that's healthy. But is that healthy meaning that you're healthy? Who the fuck knows? Heart disease, arteriosclerosis, all those things. We saw idiotic Rich Piana. Rich Piana died, right? And then Dallas Maverick. Dallas Maverick was 24 years old. Guy was ginormous. Last year, died in whatever, June, right? Had fucking major heart attack and collapsed on stage in March. Did nothing about it. They fucking gave that guy an autopsy. He had hardening of the arteries. He had plaque buildup on the widowmaker. It killed him. He was 24, 25, 26. Dead. and he looked like this, and he was lean. And everybody said it was the drugs. Tell you what, the drugs didn't help. They probably quickened it, but he died from a major heart attack. And he had the Widowmaker clogged. That fucking artery was clogged with plaque, and it killed him. Rich Piana, that fucker was doing all kinds of other shit, and it's unfortunate. He had a heart that was 2 or 3 times bigger, so was Dallas Mavericks. Piana, he was old, 45, 46. I won't get into it. But I'm going to drop from 257 down to 205 over about 8 weeks. So I'm going to have to get up in the morning. I'm going to have to do cardio, in the morning. Nowadays, if I get up and go work out at 6, I'm going to have to get up at 5. And I'm going to have to do an hour, 45 minutes of cardio. And then sometime during the day, I'm going to have to do 45 minutes or an hour of cardio. Hour and 45 minutes. And then I'm going to have to manage. You got to measure everything that you put in your body. You got to weigh the meat you eat. You got to put the amount of rice you put or the oatmeal in a measurement cup. Is it a quarter cup, a third cup, half cup? You got to, everything that goes in your system needs to be managed. You can't eat shit. You can't eat processed foods for the most part. You can't eat sugar. You can't eat flour for the most part, right? You eat basic, clean food. This is not new, and it's fucking hard. So that by April, when I turn 50 years old, I'm going to be 205 pounds. I'm going to be pretty solid. I hope I don't lose a lot of muscle mass. I probably will lose muscle mass, but I'll look decent. Won't have a giant chest. I've never had a good chest. It's in my genes. None of the DYs had good chests. Got the sloping shoulders. Don't have a great physique. Oh well. That's probably my New Year's resolution. My wife, Tracy, says I have to do this. I have to lose the weight. I love food. But I'm getting old now. Big dogs die young. My elbow hurts. My shoulder hurts. This shoulder hurts. This hip hurts. My groin hurts sometimes. This knee's bad. I thought about it. If I got the plasma-rich protein injections, or if I flew down to Colombia, Cartagena or whatever, and got the stem cell injections, dude, those PRP injections are about $7,000, I think, for one treatment. The stem cell injections, where they inject like 25 million stem cells over 2 days for you down there, I think that's $45,000, $50,000. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 5 local area injections to treat damaged material. My knee's sort of shot. This hip's been funky for a while. Oh, 6, my low back. What I talked about earlier. My fucking lower right back. I heard that a while ago, probably squatting. And it's not terrible, but I feel it. And when I lay on my back, stretch my feet over my head, I can feel it on this side. This side, clean as a whistle. This side, not stretch over the head, it's groin stretching. And I felt like I tore something a while ago doing squats on that side. This shoulder I trashed in either snowboarding. I broke both collarbones, but I trashed this in snowboarding or on the motorcycle accident. And I can't remember when I hurt this one, but I can't throw the way I did when I was a kid. And I had a speedball, and I could whale a football. I hurt both of them. This one clicks all over the place. Rotator cuff shot. As soon as I get there. It works, but it clicks all over the place. So I know stem cells or PRP could fix some of that. This one, not as bad. It's just got a little bit of range of motion. So man, that's age. Oh, but I'm still killing it. I dropped down to 205, and dude, I've been light. I've been down to like 210, and man, do I feel better. And then when I changed my diet, if I juiced this past year, I juiced for like 7 days. Fuck, I should have put that on a YouTube. Juicing, dude, I exclusively juiced. 7 days. I ordered the Juice by Julie or whatever it is, the raw juice, and that's all I did. I felt like fucking iron. I looked online, my 23andMe, it showed that I have a high likelihood for celiac disease. I know now that that's what my gut issues are. It's celiac disease. I have the genes. I don't know if I'll get it, but I've got a high likelihood. It's likely that I will be a person that suffers some way, shape, or form from that. When I drink beer, I bloat. Any gluten anywhere, it messes up my gut. I feel it right down here in my small intestine. I think that's the problem I've encountered. So when I juice or when I go to a non-carb meat diet, I feel awesome. I feel awesome. I feel energetic. I feel clarity in thought. I have my gut biome cleaned up. My bowel movements are better. The CBD has done a lot of that too. It's removed the fucking inflammation. Believe that, Playboy. That's the truth. This shit has lowered my body reactions to that severity. That fucking impact from some of those things. And man, the Ibus, I used to go through bottles of Ibus and they'd fuck my gut up worse. My stomach, right? The bleeding and all that. Gone. CBD oil. So that's where I'm going. I wonder where you're going. I hope that you're pursuing that. I hope that you're still going to the gym. It's known after New Year's resolutions that first month, second month, not even. By February 1st, by February 15th, nobody's left in the gyms. Everybody, I'm going to work on it, and life catches up to you. And we know that. Life in America, life on this planet, I've told my sons, it's hard. Dude, life's a struggle. Nothing is easy. If it's easy, you're in the wrong spot. And you got to plan and work hard and build to easy. And then a lot of times easy ain't what you want or what you thought. So I hope that your resolutions are going well. I hope that you're doing great. I hope that resolutions that you started on January 1st are actually multiplying so that you have more lifestyle, more financial, more social, more relationship, more mental and emotional health gains, and you're adding more to it slowly, but you see the momentum, you feel the effects, the positive output of your mind. Because folks, if your mind is not positive and you wake up in the day and you thank whatever God may be that your eyes opened, that you're here for another one, and that you attack it, if you don't attack it, I guarantee you, you won't make huge changes and gains, and you'll be lucky to struggle and stay steady. And that's not what you want. Good luck. Godspeed.